Now to some developing news out of City Hall. Mayor Brandon Johnson's former communications director faced several misconduct complaints before he was fired last month.
WGN's Jenna Barnes joins us now with the latest details on the allegations against Ronnie Reese. Jenna?
Dina and Ray, misogyny, sexual harassment, and retaliation are just some of the allegations against the mayor's former communications director, Ronnie Reese. And documents released today reveal the trail of complaints against him began well over a year before he was fired.
Quite frankly, it's disgusting.
36th Ward Alderman Gil Villegas is calling for city council hearings over the allegations against Mayor Brandon Johnson's ex-communications director, revealed in newly released documents. 3 employees filed complaints against Ronnie Reese over the summer, saying he ran his team with intimidation, a hostile work environment, and inappropriate comments about race. 2 mentioned anti-Semitic remarks. 1 noted Reese said he was untouchable and couldn't be fired. Another highlighting he routinely treats women on staff differently, making comments that they're stupid and incompetent. Reese allegedly writing in a text to a woman who works for him, "I have no problem making every decision since I'm the man." In her complaint, that employee also detailed how she says Reese sexually harassed her at an off-site work party last spring, saying he wrapped his right arm around me with his hand on my shoulder, pulling me close. He pressed his thigh against mine and his knee against mine. These aren't the first signs of concern. One of the accusers notes 3 former employees Reese allegedly blacklisted by placing them on a do-not-hire list. The documents show at least 1 filed a claim with the state because they were fired and placed on that list in the summer of 2023 for allegedly complaining about Reese discriminating against them on the basis of sex. Records show he was promoted from press secretary to communications director after that.
Most of the time, particularly when you have multiple people making accusations, they turn out to be true. So they always have to be taken seriously, investigated, and the City Hall is at least to be commended on taking action, even if it took a long time.
Ronnie Reese used his clout to take advantage of people that were just wanting to do a good job for the city.
Alderman Villegas is calling for those placed on the do-not-hire list during Reese's tenure to be removed from it, and he expects a hearing on the practice early next year.
And the process that's in place right now needs to be looked at.
In a statement to WGN News, Reese says, "I strongly and unequivocally deny any allegations of wrongdoing. There are many, many others who know my character and who know the truth. I stand confident in that truth as I continue to prioritize my wife, my children, and the health of my family in the next chapter of my career."
One of the detailed allegations mentions a team meeting with the mayor's chief of staff about the issues with Reese. The chief of staff in that meeting mentioned peace circles and wanting to include Reese in the conversation. He was first assigned counseling and more training before being placed on leave in October and officially fired this month. Ray and Dina.
All right, thank you, Jenna.